Welcome to this week's edition of NTFX Weekly Outlook. Last week, we did say that DXY was going to make a corrective structure for more upside. And here you have seen it, corrective structure for more upside. Then what are we expecting this week? And of course, we know that whatever we see with DXY, we guide us on what to look forward to on the other major pairs. So right here, we have had a breakout structure, and then all you need to see is the corrective structure this way. From here, we want another push to the upside to break this top. That's our expectation on DXY. So what is important now is that you must be able to wait to see this corrective structure play out before you look for buy to the upside. Why most people lose in trading is because they lack the patience to be able to wait to see this corrective structure play out before they join the buy to the upside. Okay? But I hope you will not be part of them. I hope you have enough patience. All right? Let the corrective structure develop, buy to break the top. That's for DXY, guys. For euro dollar, the same thing is applicable here, just the opposite of DXY. All you need to wait for is to see the corrective structure right here for drop to the downside. Of course, you see, we told you last week that this corrective structure will happen, and after you see a drop to the downside. Go and check our video for last week. You see that the market has done exactly as we spoke about. So look at it here. You are having a low here, and you are having a low. So which means there are liquidity under here, liquidity under here. All right. So based on that, you want a corrective structure here. From here, let there be a break to the downside to take this way. It is only after this liquidity is taken right here by this break to the downside that you can be part of this bar to the upside, either for a reversal or for a bigger corrective structure. Okay, that's for euro dollar, guys. Don't miss this sell to the downside. Allow this corrective structure to play out before you join the sell to the downside. All right, GBPUSD, guys, the same thing is applicable to GBPUSD. Can you see right here? You have the low, you have the low. Okay, when you are looking at structure, you need not to look at it, in isolation. You need to be looking at possible level of liquidity. All right, possible level of liquidity, the time, and all those things. So right now, we are looking at structure, and we are combining it with liquidity level in the market. For upside to happen, this market need to take this liquidity level. Okay, and for it to take this liquidity level here, it must make a corrective structure to the upside, a breakdown. It is from this level after breakdown that you can have a move to the upside. Okay, so it's possible the corrective structure might lead you to 1.3400 before it makes a drop to the downside, and the downside 1.3050 will just be adequate. Look at it here. Psychological level and sub-psychological level, we pair them with structure to know where the market is going to, the level is going to hit. Is that okay now? All right, that is GBP USD. AUD USD, guys. AUD USD, if you look at it this way, you will see that you have breakout structure, you have this, and this market did not actually retrace deep here. Okay, it didn't actually retrace deep. So what I'm anticipating is if you can have a push to the upside to break this top. From this level, you have a sell to the downside. So what am I going to do? If this market moves down this way to take this liquidity, I will look for buy opportunity from here to the upside. Do you understand? It means that you're having something like this. Okay, if this is wave A and this wave B, break this low here. Remember, this is our second setup, wave A setup. you now have to look for buy from this level to take this stock again before you move sell. Do you understand? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So if you have A here, if this B, if it cannot take this level, I won't look for buy because here will be very slow until you take this stock before I will sell. But if this break this level to the downside, from here I will look for buy opportunity, all right, to the upside to break this stock. And once that top is taken, that liquidity is taken, you now have with A, with B, with C. All right? This way, then break to the downside. Is that okay now? That's my outlook for AED USD. For gold, guys, I told you before you participate in, before you validate any structure, you must have seen that that structure has taken some form of liquidity. When this market was here, I remember I told you that look for your upside. Why? Because I've taken liquidity under this low. Can you see? Under this low, liquidity is black. So I said look for upside. Can you see? Upside. That upside has happened. But right now, you fail to push to the top. So what we will see here is that it's possible this one goes to break this low. Once you break this low from here, look for upside. Okay? Look for what? Upside. Boom, to take this top again. So once this top is taken, we decide on what next to do because it's possible because we already have a liquidity, adequate liquidity taken. It's possible after we break this top, we might have a corrective structure for more upside. Or alternatively, after we have this drop, after we have this upside to take this top, we might have a move to the downside. Do you understand? But what is important right now is that you must either take this low for you to look for buy, or you should have something like this, corrective structure like this, one more drop like this. Once this low is taken, look for your buy to the upside. So this buy is what is most important to me. I do not care whatever the market is doing here. I do not care. I just want whatever it's doing, I just want this low to be taken. Either you come direct, take the low, then I start looking for buy again, or you make a corrective structure, make the low A, B, and C. Take this from here and look for buy to the upside again. That is how I want to look at gold development. Okay, for USD JPY, I told you last week that this structure that you see here is an expanding flat. It's an expanding flat, okay? And this expanding flat must be going to the upside, okay? And can you see just last week, upside. Now, what X are you expecting? After this break of structure, you need this corrective structure upside again. Do you understand? Upside again, okay? So that's what we're expecting for USD JPY. And once this corrective structure happens, do not miss the upside, okay? Do not miss it. It's going to happen, all right? It's going to happen. Then USD CAD. USD CAD, all right? At this point in time, I do not want to be buying USD CAD without a big corrective structure. Remember, we have been following it from here. I've been telling you buy in every corrective structure. But right now, what I will be expecting is a big corrective structure. If I don't see big corrective structure, I'm not going to take part in any buy because it has gone to the top as we expected. We have taken this, we have taken this, we have even taken this. So we can't be looking for buy again. But if you still want to push up, then we must have corrective structure, then we buy. But if it wants to go move to the downside, to just make a little corrective structure here, and then make a break to the downside. And every corrective structure here from this level you sell to the downside. This is the difference between a market that is making a reversal and a market that is making a correction for more upside. Is that okay now? Now, BTC. All right, BTC, I told you BTC will still have to be dropping. Right now, this corrective structure is not enough to guarantee the continuous move to the downside. It's not enough. Okay, how do I know that it's not enough? I'll show you now. This is the trick, guy. If this corrective structure here is enough to make a move to the downside, if this is enough, then this is not how the movement to the downside is supposed to be. It's supposed to be sharper than this one. But for the mere fact that it's making this sluggish move to the is making a sluggish move to the downside, I want to see this as a possible running flag, okay, for this to make a push to the upside to break this move. This becomes something like this: A, running flat, and then upside. This is a three-way structure. From here, I want to look for what? Downside. Of course, this corrective structure is enough. It's enough correction for this impulse to the downside. Then we now continue to sell BTC to the downside. So that's just my brief outlook for this week. That's what I see in the market, and I believe if you follow it through next week, you see opportunity to capitalize on. Do not miss the corrective structure. All the pairs will be going through correction. All of them. EU, DXY, GBPUSD, can you see? All of them will be going through correction next week. All of them, they will be going through correction. We might enter maybe Wednesday or Thursday next week before we start to see the pairs break down to the downside. For the major part of next week, the market is going to be in corrective phase. All right, that's what I see. Take care of yourself, guys. Do well to practice, because to be successful in analyzing the market correctly requires patience, required practice. You know, on a daily basis, you have to practice, see what you said will happen last week, and see how it developed all through the week, and then how you capitalize on the opportunity to make money. You have to study all this. Those are the things you do when you are studying the market, not just going to just sit down and expect the market to respect your analysis. You have to study. All right. So that's just my charge to you this week. And do well to also please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for you to get more. All right. Thank you very much. Bye.